My name is Richard Carter, as you just heard. I chair the Northwest Business Leadership Team, so leadership is a key topic. In my day job, I'm Managing Director for BASF Group companies in UK and Ireland, and I'd like to make some regional but maybe also some global comments, because looking at the UK, there's a topic that I'm not even going to mention. It was mentioned earlier, but normally that topic does lead to a dip in the mood. But that apart, looking in to the UK with everything that is going on, very clearly what we're talking about here in the Northwest is a huge opportunity. So I'd just like to talk really about leadership and collaboration, because I'm not a technologist. Technology has been mentioned. The infrastructure has been mentioned. The skills have been mentioned. We at the Northwest Business Leadership Team, we support all of that, but I do see certain risks in terms of fragmentation and silo thinking. So I'm delighted that everybody is here today. I'm delighted to see also some familiar faces. What I think is key for the Northwest is to be bold and brave, and that is one of the messages that I give to our leaders in the region, because the Northwest needs a unique value proposition, the USP, and I think a lot of those elements are in place here. I sit on the Chemistry Council, which is the chemistry industry sector deal approach with government. And a lot of these strategic approaches are a long way removed from the action orientation that I think we need. And we can talk, and everybody is talking about the industrial strategy at the national level, and we've heard about the different funds that are available and the different initiatives. But where the rubber hits the road really is with the local industrial strategy. And looking across the Northwest, there are obviously some boundaries, local administrative boundaries, LEPs. In the UK, I think there are about 38 different LEPs. So that also is a watch out in terms of some of the fragmentation that is there. And the business community is not, and no disrespect meant, but we're not at all interested in the local demarcation, the local authorities. We want to work with everybody. And when I talk about leadership, I'm convinced that the local industrial strategy provides the framework across the Northwest for Cheshire and Warrington, where I was asked to chair the expert panel on the local industrial strategy, Manchester, Liverpool, but also looking up to Cumbria with maybe a different array of assets and technologies. The key going forward from my perspective is the cohesion and the leadership and the collaboration. So this is one of my key messages to local leaders as and when I have the opportunity. There is also clearly a window of opportunity, and windows open and windows close. So speed is also of the essence. Now, looking from the national point of view, looking at Northwest, we frequently hear that it could be an either-or decision in terms of where the government puts the focus. Well, from our point of view, it doesn't have to be either-or, because the Northwest also needs to look beyond its Northwest regional borders, looking also towards the Northeast in terms of collaboration potential, because the Northeast also has some assets in the ground, a physical infrastructure. So the leadership across the piece, the LEPs with the metro mayors. From the global point of view, from a global perspective looking into the UK, I already mentioned the topic that we don't want to go into, but because of the uncertainty in the overall overarching business climate, topics like hydrogen really are the key opportunity moving forward. In my day job at BASF, we recently announced our new global strategy, and for the first time we have announced our goal to grow carbon neutrally. So global corporations are looking at the UK and also looking at the potential to expand, not just in terms of physical assets, but obviously in terms of technologies and IP, for example. So in the Northwest, I think we have a great opportunity. We have great universities, world-leading universities, and by chance this morning I was at the Graphene Institute in Manchester. And again, when you look in from the outside, and this connects with one of my global roles, the Northwest has a lot to offer in terms of technology and technological leadership globally. So I also have my my global scouting hat on when we look at the Northwest. So going forward, I think speed is of the essence, and the alignment between the LEPs and between the local political leaders, I think, is fundamental. We have already seen the technologies and all the opportunities here in the region. So from my point of view, it really is the leadership and the Northwest Business Leadership Team. We are doing what we can to promote the Northwest as hydrogen centre, low carbon hub. And if we look at the opportunities on which we're working with Emma Degg, who's CEO of the NWBLT, it's hydrogen and carbon that are actually our top priority, because we see it as being the biggest lever, because there are first mover advantages to be had, and the first mover, and it was already mentioned in terms of being bold, the first movers will attract the talent, will attract investment, and will create the visibility. So in a nutshell, it is all about leadership, collaboration. I would like to see future events of this nature where everybody comes together, and from the Northwest Business Leadership point of view, we are I would say a neutral body where competitors can come together in a safe space, and where we can promote the combined mutual agenda towards decision makers at both the local, the regional, and the national level. So we need to be fast, and we need to be bold, and I think success will shine on those who are bold. And I think that right now, as we speak, I see the Northwest and the activities that we've been talking about today in a pole position, but we mustn't rest on our laurels. So I would like to encourage everybody to continue in the spirit of collaboration, and I'd like everybody to already be thinking about what are the next steps in terms of this forum. When could we repeat such an event? And I'd like to thank everybody who's contributed to today's event, because for the first time, for example, Joe and I, we've been communicating for a while now by email. It's the first time we've met, so there's always a benefit of having the face-to-face communication. So thanks to everybody. Let's be bold, let's be visible, let's have one voice from the Northwest, not just to to London, but also internationally, because as I said, globally, this is a huge opportunity, and let's make sure that we use the window of opportunity. So thank you very much, and I look forward to continuing the dialogue. Thank you.